Welcome to The Real Review, your ultimate guide into the world of movies. My name is Keeson, and this is my partner, the infamous mixed master of steel, Atlanta's own Mr. DJ Knots. And each and every week, we go through the good, the bad, the ugly of some hidden gems to some undiscovered hood classics. We dive into what makes these movies either worth your time or not worth your time at all, with real reviews, real recommendations, and of course, honest opinions. But this week, we got some good shit for you, man. So sit back, relax, watch these clips, and we'll be right back with our surprise guest.
Ooh. Look at you. Girl, when did you get back in town?
I've been back in Atlanta about 2 weeks now.
And you didn't tell me?
I'm still settling in my new place, but I saw on social media that you were getting married, and I thought, what a better surprise than to just pop up.
Well, it was definitely a pleasant surprise. And, oh, girl, where are my manners? Darius, this is my friend Princess. And Princess, my husband.
Take slow, deep breaths. And let go of all the stresses in the world. It's all right to feel pleasure. Sometimes all it takes is the right touch.
Oh, I'm gonna beat this nigga's ass. Look, Destiny, Dustball, Dirty Bag, whatever the fuck your name is, get the fuck off my phone and you can have that nigga.
I know I can. And you heard what the fuck I said. Now bye.
Stupid bitch.
Hey, Tosh. Got a minute?
Hey, Tiny. What's up?
So, I've been noticing lately you've been really different. I mean, in a good way, but is everything okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Tennessee State University alumni. Alpha, Kappa, Alpha, a proud Alpha, Kappa, Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
You know it.
An actress who starred in over 30 films.
Come on.
Miniseries, docuseries, TV shows ranging from Owns Network Sisters, All the Queen's Men, Tears of a Hustler, Tears of a Hustler 2, Southside Hero, To Be Free, Intrusive, Fractured, Complicated, Shallow Dance, Behind the Veil, Keeping Secrets, Butterscotch Chocolate, Joy, Cup of Season, The Transporter, ATL Homicide, and a plethora, you heard me?
I hear that.
A plethora of others. We have hailing from Dayton, Ohio. Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton, Ohio,
How did that
baby.
happen? Dayton, Ohio. We have Miss Brittany. We have, hold on, let me give it. We have the beautiful. Oh, wait, we have the beautiful, the triumphant, the eminent.
Wait a minute.
Miss Brittany Passion.
That's what I'm talking about.
Give it
That's what I'm talking about.
That was one hell of an intro, okay?
There it is.
Oh, mine was cool. Listen to that.
Okay. He done did the whole resume. I
Oh,
forgot.
that
A
was
lot of
just
that, I forgot.
I wrote that down off a little bit of cards. Like, yo, I got to figure this one out.
But you did it. You
thank
did
you
it.
for coming.
Yeah.
Man.
No,
We
thank
are
y'all for
happy
having
to
me.
have you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Right.
It's a blessing to be here.
Right.
And a blessing to be able to, knock out all those projects too. Because I forgot. You were saying stuff. I'm like, oh my God.
Right.
Wow.
So
I've been out here working.
So listen, we're going to start. I mean, we're going to get into the movies, but are you married?
I am not married.
Damn, straight to it.
Are you, I mean, so you,
I am not married.
You-
not
you
yet.
looking? You
Look,
single?
let me sip my tea.
there you go. You not married? You single? You looking? Like, what's going on?
I am dating.
Okay.
So I am looking.
Wait. You dating, but you looking?
I mean,
Oh, you dating?
Dating.
Okay, all right. Are you going out
I'm
on
dating,
dates?
but I said I am looking. Like, I do want to be
Okay,
married.
all right, go ahead.
I would love to be married.
Right,
I was
right.
engaged once, so temporarily. We ain't gonna talk about that though.
We can't talk about that?
We can talk about it. We can talk about it.
How does that work? I mean, listen. Look, I'm glad
Listen,
you brought that up.
we here.
How does that work when you're doing films and it's like, I mean, you are like the love interest. I've watched a bunch of your films.
Oh, you watched them, Lord.
Oh, listen. Go
You
watch
watched
Behind the Veil.
Woo! Don't watch Behind the
Listen,
Veil.
I seen Behind the Veil. I saw Behind the Veil. Yo, listen. How do you have a relationship when you are the love interest in damn near every film that you in?
Every film. Listen.
Like, how does that work? How does that happen?
I'm gonna be honest. It is very difficult. Okay, because when I first started acting and getting into this, I was in a relationship, and that's who I was temporarily engaged to. But he wasn't
couldn't
feeling
take
it.
it.
He couldn't take it.
I know he couldn't.
He couldn't take it. And the type of person I am, I
you
made
look like
him.
you be into it.
I was into it, but that's my job. I gotta make it look real, right?
Yeah, but I mean, look, that's the next question. But go ahead, keep
I gotta
talking.
make it look real. But too, I tried to involve him and anybody that I've dated a part of the process. So they might go over my lines with me. They already know what's expected of me.
Nah,
we have a conversation up front.
But
when they see it,
right? They not there when it's like
when they sit in that movie theater and they're screening,
They moving around, you know. on
Yeah.
It's like,
edge.
wait, did you have your tongue out? You look like you actually enjoyed that shit.
listen, I'm good at my job, but at the end of the day, it stays on the screen. Like I keep it on the screen. That's it. Afterwards, I go home and handle my business at home. But
Good
while I'm
shit.
there, I do my job.
So how do you? I mean, so like, how do you? I mean, look, man.
It's not real, people. It is not real
look,
because
look, I
so
know-
many people ask me. They're like, "Man, come on." I'm like, "No, y'all, it's not real." And they ask the guys. A lot of the guys get asked too. They come back and tell me like,
Word.
somebody asked me like, "Did you, tell me you got a little?" I'm like, "No,
Right.
y'all, it's
That
fake."
nigga gotta get hard.
I mean, naturally, right? Naturally,
Right.
but what happens is it's very uncomfortable. A lot of people love scenes are uncomfortable. It's not fun. It look real sexy on camera.
I know it gotta be when you got like cameras in the room and it's like
Cameras, and then you got people. Most of the time, it's a closed set, but I mean, you gotta have a sound person. You gotta have the person
Right.
doing the camera. You got
Right.
so it's necessary crew that has to be in there.
Right.
A lot of key
But
grips.
A lot, no, a lot for real.
Right.
And you sitting there and it's awkward. And me, like in real life, I like to play music, but on camera, they like no. We
Right.
we need to hear y'all. We need to hear
Right.
y'all voices and some action going on. I'm like, this is so awkward.
Right.
And sometimes I don't even know the person. If we don't have a table read and I'm just meeting you and it's our first day and we got a love scene, it's like,
Wait,
hey, I'm Brittany.
so
Hey, what's
you
your name?
met-
So are you comfortable with this? Are you comfortable with this? Yeah, no. All right, let's do it.
That's what
wait.
you
So you trying to say that you had scenes like that of somebody you just met today?
Yeah.
Damn. So
Yes.
have you ever met somebody where it was like, I asked Nadia the same question, where it was like, have you met somebody who was like, I am not attracted to this, or his breath stink, or
Listen,
or his armpit
I don't
stink?
even want to put nobody on blast, but yes, I have had some some co-stars that I was like, really? So I really gotta act, okay?
Right.
Because I gotta get into it. But I
Right.
just pretend they somebody else when I'm in that moment.
That's some bullshit.
I'm glad you got
That's
30 plus.
honesty.
I'm glad you got 30 plus projects, so we can't narrow down who you're talking about.
Exactly.
So
Listen, sometimes, sometimes the men are fine and handsome and other times they okay. But too, I will say one thing I've learned on this journey with my 30 plus films, and I probably have had a love scene in maybe at least 20, 25 of them.
wow.
A lot of the guys.
27.
27, right.
Nah, I'm joking.
But no, for real. A lot of the guys, it was their first time. Like I was their first love scene.
Really?
Ever. So I come in very professional. Like I said, we have a conversation. I'm like, okay, hey, I'm Brittany. You comfortable with this? You comfortable with this? What we need to do? We need to put a pillow. How you want to go? What
I
makes
was
you
just
feel
about to
comfortable?
ask you, so how do you do that?
Yeah,
You
but
put a pillow in between y'all?
sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes. It depends on the director and what shot or angle.
They're using.
Yeah, most of the time, for the most part, everything has been tasteful. But sometimes we put a pillow, sometimes we put a towel. Other times, nothing.
A towel is gonna hold. A towel
Say?
might not hold up.
No, other times nothing. But in the indie world, you don't really have intimacy coordinators there. Like when you on big sets, it's an intimacy coordinator. So they like, here, put on this, cover up this. Here's a cup. Here's this. But in indie world, it's none of that. So you're your own intimacy coordinator. So we gotta have a conversation.
So in Tubi,
we
they
gotta
like,
talk
don't
to the
get
director.
hard.
No, for real. But I've had guys. I'm attractive, so they got turned on.
Listen,
I done had
totally
some
get it.
guys fall in love with me afterwards and think they my man, and I'm like, baby, that's the character. This is Brittany.
Wow.
That was Tina, Keisha, whoever my character was.
at the
Not
time.
Right.
See, now you're giving hints. See, that's what.
So how you deal with that?
I mean, for me, it doesn't bother me. Like I said, I'm a professional, and at the end of the day, this is my craft. I take it serious, and I have fun too.
Right.
But I gotta let them know, like this is not that.
So I mean,
This is not that. In a nice
these,
way.
In these films, right?
Uh-huh.
It's like you come out, you got this lingerie on, you doing this. How do you go home? I mean, we speaking to the young thespians that's out there that is trying to break into this, where it's like you're an attractive girl, you might have to do some shit like this.
Yeah.
How do you prepare for, like, they want to see your ass? Not that they see your ass.
Yes, but they're
I mean,
probably
they want you to
it.
put on lingerie. They want you to put on a thong. They want you to lay on the bed and be like, Destiny, Dirtbag, and Duval, whatever your name is. Because I saw that movie the other night.
Tears of a Hustler
Tears of a Hustler too.
Right. Shout out to Silk. Yeah, he had me laying in the bed with my lingerie, sipping some wine, cussing some girl out. But for me, it's a job. Like, I mean, everybody has a job, right? No matter whether you're a doctor, an athlete, it just comes with the territory. I understand. At first, I kind of shied away from it, like ran from it.
Right.
But I understand that I'm an attractive woman. I'm curvy. This is what the role entails.
Right.
Now, sometimes if I feel like it's too much, we'll have a conversation. Like, I'm not doing that.
Right.
But for the most part, it comes with it. If I married, or if I'm a side chick, or whatever my role is, I might gotta kiss somebody. Might gotta come out in lingerie, and they always want me to be in lingerie. Every single project I do, they want me to come out with lingerie. They want me to do the reveal with either the trench coat or the robe. They want me to take it off every single time.
So what, like,
y'all can watch all my movies and say, we're going to have her do this one and this one.
Listen. That sounds like a branding
What was the
opportunity.
breakout?
Okay,
Like,
listen.
all right, I
robes,
understand.
all the robe companies, lingerie companies, holla at me. I got you.
Right. There it is. What was the breakout? What was the role where it was like, you know what? I'm comfortable. I already know what you want. Because I know that there had to be a part where it was like, I'm a little shy to do this.
Yeah.
Like, what role took you to the point where it was like, you know what? Fuck it, man. Here, nigga.
You know what? Behind the veil.
I was going to say, because
Behind the veil.
I mean,
and listen, and on Behind the Veil, we went back and forth. And mind you, I started off as the video vixen. But I was like the cute girl. I wasn't twerking in the videos. I would have on lingerie cute and like, you know.
Right.
But I'm very comfortable.
She the
Behind the veil,
primary,
you
is
went
what you
Yeah,
said.
yeah, for real. But I've always been comfortable.
Right.
But
Behind the
that,
veil, you went topless.
yeah, I did go topless and Behind
That
the
was
Veil.
your first time doing that?
My second time. So my first time doing topless, I was actually an extra on P-Valley. Yes, I was an extra on P-Valley for season 1 and season 2. Made a lot of money. I was a feature extra. So, yep, I went topless on P-Valley. Some people saw me. Some people didn't. But
Do they pay you more when it's like, yo, we want to see your goods?
Yeah, they had to pay me more. And I was nervous then. But I was like, okay, this probably going to bite me in the ass down the road.
Right.
But at the end of the day, everybody has to start somewhere. Gabrielle Union started somewhere.
Right.
Megan Good started somewhere.
Of course.
Run down the list. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
everybody, you got to start somewhere. And so I'm like, there's a role out here for everybody. Some women are comfortable. Some
Right.
women are like, no. I
Right.
was like,
I'm
sign
doing
me
it.
up. Why not? Why not? And
Right.
so that kind of started the comfort level. But then when I did Behind the Veil, like I said, it was a lot of conversation. I'm like, no, can I do it like this? Can I cheat it this way? Can I do it like this?
Right.
But the way it was presented to me, it was more so not just to be topless, just to be showing
Right. You
boobs.
was in
It's
in the bed talking.
natural, like I'm waking up in the morning.
Right.
She wanted it to be as authentic as possible. Shout out
Right.
to Dr. Maya. I've been in a few of her films, but she
Right.
wanted it authentic as possible.
Right.
And so because it was a woman director and we had conversations, and she's a soror,
Right.
she's an AKA as well. So
Right.
we had conversation. I'm like, I got a brand. I don't want to just be. And she was like, no. But I will say, Behind the Veil got me comfortable. I don't do topless anymore, but Behind the Veil did open doors for a lot of my other projects that I've done that I haven't had to audition for, because people seen Behind the Veil, they was like, okay, I want you to
So
play
why
the lead
don't
in my
you do
movie.
it anymore? I mean, why is it like I did it and I'm not doing it no more?
It was just like I did it. I was starting out. The project blew up, and I'm like, I don't want everybody seeing seeing my boobs. Like,
Right.
I'm trying to be a mom. I'm trying to get married. Like,
Right.
it was a thing, and it's not anymore.
Was
now,
you engaged at that time?
I was.
'Cause that was 2023,
I was not.
right?
I was not. Yeah, that was 2023.
Okay.
I was not. I was engaged 10 years prior. So.
Oh, so the dude been
Been
insecure.
Yeah, been insecure, been out the way. been insecure.
You missed out on
been out
30
the
plus
way.
films. No,
But
I'm joking.
I would do it if it was a bigger role.
Halle Berry.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Halle Berry. So it would have to be a
Swordfish.
bigger role.
No,
like I
not
had to be
Swordfish. Halle Berry,
Monsters
Monsters
Ball.
Ball.
Well, no, I was gonna. My example was Monsters Ball. She
Mm-hmm.
was topless in the sex scene. Next time she did it was for
Swordfish.
the bag
Right.
Yeah.
with
Right.
Swordfish. I remember
Yeah.
it was a big deal. So
Yeah.
that's why that was a comparison
Yeah.
I was
Okay,
making.
okay,
Yeah.
right.
And it takes a lot. Like mentally you have to be, because it's like, again, you're in a room and it's cameras and it's all these people and you have to trust the director and the AD. Like,
And their
okay, they're not
shot.
gonna have me out
Right.
here just looking
Looking
crazy.
crazy.
Like I'm just, borderline porn. So I'm big on it. I'm big on my brand and stuff. But I'm like, at the end of the day, it's boobs. It's okay. Like
Right.
it's okay. But now, like I said, unless it's a big role, I got to lead working with Michael B. Jordan or something.
Right, I got
and
you.
that's my husband,
Just
and it's
gonna
like,
throw that
nah.
in there. Just-
Yeah, it's like, no.
Manifest.
Yeah.
Manifest that shit.
Yeah, so
Right.
it's there. But
I mean, you
For
play
the
the hell out
indie?
of your characters. I ain't even gonna front.
Well, thank y'all.
I've seen I've seen a bunch of the films that you was in. You know what I'm saying? Like even before. Shout out to Deuce King. 'Cause
Shout
this
out
is-
to Deuce.
Like Deuce is like, this is how this even came together with
Yes.
Intrusive. And like
Shout
you
out to
said, it's
Deuce.
like he was like, listen, I'm gonna bring Nadia, I'm gonna bring Brittany, and Deuce is like somebody that I've been watching from Conflicted and everything
yes, and
else.
Pure Finesse.
Yeah, right, Pure Finesse,
Yes.
all of that.
And Deuce is actually, surprisingly, he's actually one of the people who booked me straight off of seeing my other projects on Tubi.
Right.
He
Good
reached out.
dude,
He
man.
reached out to somebody and was like, "How is she? Is she professional? How is she working
Right.
on set?" And they were like, "No, Brittany do her thing. She's professional,
Right.
And so he was like, "Okay, I've seen her projects. I want to work with her." So he
Right.
DM'd me like, "What's up?" And we had a business meeting, and he asked me what I was comfortable with, and he was like, "You'll be playing my wife, et cetera, et cetera." And we went from there. And
No doubt.
shout out, make sure y'all check out Intrusive, okay? Because
haven't.
Right.
we did a damn thing. Deuce,
Yes.
Reed,
Yo,
Nadia.
listen, we about to get into that.
Listen.
We about to get, listen. So what I was saying was, dude, like he said, I'm gonna do, this, that, and the third. I've been following Deuce for a minute. He came, did the interview with Nadia. Then when he said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring Brittany Patrick," and then when I saw it, it was like, I've seen her in bang, 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 bang. I've seen you in a bunch of films.
Thank you.
You know what I'm
thank you,
saying?
yes.
It's like watching. No comparison. I mean, it's like, listen, there's a world of Amazon, Netflix, Tubi. It's like China Darling and what's my man from Detroit? Murder Pain.
Murder Pain.
Oh, yeah,
It's like
Murder
watching
Pain.
faces that's like, oh, she's in this.
Yes. Oh, Crystal.
Crystal, not China Doll. Crystal
Crystal
the
the doll, yes.
It's
I played her
right,
best friend, Tears,
Right.
yep.
Exactly. So it's like I've seen you in films where it's like, oh, she's in the shit.
Right.
Totally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm sorry, brother. It's
No,
like,
no,
I've been
no,
hogging
good.
the whole shit. I apologize.
No.
But
You're great.
I mean, it's just I just like watching it and seeing it. It's like, I mean, you got to do you.
Yeah.
Because this is a path that you're on, and I mean, this is like the path to greatness.
Yeah.
For real.
And I ain't gonna lie, I love this shit. Like, I
You
love
started
it.
out
And
as
I
a
put my
casting
all.
director, correct?
Well, actually, so funny story, because a lot of people think I started off in casting. I started off, like I said, doing music videos.
Right.
Right after graduation.
Right.
I have a whole master's degree. Okay, that
Okay.
a lot of people don't know that. But
to 'em, ho.
my mom and the family like, girl, you got a whole degree. What are you doing? But I just felt like there was more for me. I felt like God had more for me. So I didn't really know how to get into acting outside of local plays that I was doing since I was younger.
Right.
And so modeling it seemed like the way. So here I was coming from
It was
Nashville.
simple?
Yeah, it seemed simple. Everybody's like, "Oh, you're pretty." I'm like, "Okay, I can shoot some pictures, be in a music video." And so I would drive back and forth from Nashville to Atlanta